So today, good morning. Today I am super excited to talk about the current cosmic energy and specifically the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio. I'm all zazzed about it. I have my journal here because just organically, like I was just kind of feeling into the energy and I just wrote down all of this information in my journal, and I was going to go live about it the other day, but it just felt better to do it Sunday morning. So I have lots to talk about today. I'm just grounding into this moment, creating a comfortable place, very North Node and Taurus energy. And yeah, I'm just literally, I got to make sure I'm grounded because I even got talking about it with my mom this morning and I was like, woo, I was like buzzing. I'm like, okay, I need to like calm down. So, first of all, thank you for hopping in. And if you're catching the recording, this message will be for you. This message is pertinent, one, to forever, but two, the cosmic energy is here to support us in this vibe that we're sitting in right now. I pulled a couple cards, and I pulled an oracle card and a tarot card, and it boggles my mind how on point they are. I'm like, okay, what's the energy we're working with? Like, don't get me wrong, I've got my information, but then I also like pulled a few cards because let's just see like if there's a little extra zazz I should add into this. And they're just so perfect for this North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio energy. And I want to talk about why I called it creating a new earth. To me, that's like just defines what this energy is creating a new earth. So I pulled a couple cards, and the first one I pulled was an oracle card, and it was the Cosmic Heart. And it felt very six-year energy that we're in right now. When I first looked at it, devote in potency and make your life a moving prayer. And that felt very six energy. I've talked about the six energy before. Six energy is really about dedication to yourself, connecting to your energy body, your spirit, your soul, source, and consistently doing so every day, and making those intentions and those gratitude statements, because the frequency is just, it's so high this year, and your wishes like your intentions, the words you speak, these spells, the words that come out of your mouth are carrying a much like highway frequency to manifest. So if you can continue to show up for yourself every day in some sort of wellness or spiritual capacity, like it really is going to help you. So that's what I first saw when I saw this card, but I read the description. So perfect for what we're going to talk about. And it said, plant your soul seeds and connect to your heart. So Taurus, North Node Taurus energy, really about planting seeds for the future and connect to your heart. Feed them the sweet waters of your soul, South Node and Scorpio, and live life according to what makes you feel alive. That is like exactly what I want to talk to you about today. What makes you feel vital and alive and secure within the physical realm? And how can you connect to that daily? Connect to your heart's and soul's desires daily to really affirm that frequency and watch things shift as we move forward. And then I also pulled a tarot card, and it was the World's card. So beautiful. And it literally has Taurus and Scorpio on it, LOL, as well as Leo and Aquarius, which is perfect because Aquarius as a whole is a really big theme that we're moving into. So I kind of felt into that, and I like to just read the description as well, see what other messages come through. And it says we're completing. It means the completion of a cycle and birthing anew, which is exactly what we're in. And I'm just so excited. I'm off, like I can't even sit still. Okay, so let's talk about, and also welcome. Hi. If you have any questions, feel free to pop in. I can keep an eye on it. So I've always got Sofuego frequencies. If you ever need some like meditation music, I have a playlist called Sofuego for self-care, because I really love just calming music and staying grounded. Okay, so So let's talk about what we moved through first. So we had the South Node in Sagittarius and the North Node in Gemini. And this rules information, it rules beliefs, ideas, perspectives, communication. So we were really challenged in a way, because when we're growing, it can feel a little bit challenging. There's some effort there, right? So we're always moving from the South Node to the North Node. And so it could have been, and certainly was my experience, that we were moving through some growth in the areas of what is my truth, what are my beliefs, how am I communicating that, whose information am I taking in, and is that in alignment with my truth, with the wisdom of my soul. And that was the last year and a half or so of energy that we were moving through, was understanding what is your truth, and how can you communicate it in a grounded way, I honor, your perspective. You don't have to believe what I believe. And where was the information coming from? All of that. Okay. And we're still sort of letting the dust settle, I think, in that area. That's the thing about astrology. It's not like I use it as a tool. I use it as a language, a system to help me understand, or at least be able to articulate and communicate what it is we're moving through energetically. But at the end of the day, like, we still have the chart, the cosmos, the stars, the constellations, the planets, they always are there, and we're always working with the energy. There just happens to be a little bit more focus at times. So certainly, we're definitely still in that energy of, where's the information coming from? And everyone is on their own journey as well. What is my truth? What is my wisdom? What are my beliefs? That's something we're always going to be working with. But the focus is shifting a little bit. Quick note on that, by the way, Mars will be retrograde in Gemini in December of this year. So that'll be a bit of a rethink, but also just a time to be patient with communication and maybe technology, internet. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see how that manifests. I have some ideas, but we're going to focus on Taurus and Scorpio today. So I have a bunch of notes because I'm just so excited. So moving from the Gemini Sagittarius energy, that was thoughts, information, communication, Taurus and Scorpio is a lot more about action and creation and sort of the physical manifestation. Okay. So it's time to sort of get in it, get our hands in the clay. We've kind of sifted through a lot of this sort of information situation. Now it's time to take this, like, literally physical action. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to create? So it's like information to doing, thought to action. With the South Node in Scorpio, we're letting go of the past. We are, and the reason I say that, it's like, okay, we're always letting go of the past, but Scorpio rules death and rebirth and transformation and shedding. Okay, we're like shedding old layers, and from that shedding, we're birthing anew. So we're going to be really letting go of some shadow stuff too. Scorpio can rule some of the denser, sort of deeper psychological things, like what's really sort of feeling icky and in the deep, dark waters of your soul. We all have this, there's light and dark in all of us. We have darkness and we have, shadows that we want to heal. So we're really going to be, and the South Node is the energy we're moving away from. So we're going to be doing a lot of healing and focusing on Taurus, what brings us pleasure. Taurus is ruled by Venus. What makes you feel alive? How can you live life according to what makes you feel alive? What are your desires? How can you start to take step by step? Like, let's not move too quickly. Taurus is patient. It's articulate. It's step by step. How can you start creating a new life for yourself? Something that just gets me so excited is seriously thinking about, oh my gosh, we actually have the power. Scorpio rules power. How can you harness your power to create change in the physical world now? Literally, what do you want this earth to look like? And how can you start I mean, we don't have to change the world like this, you know, it's not going to happen overnight, but on an individual level, on a soul level, what can you do to align yourself with this earth that feels maybe like harmony and pleasure? What does your earth look like? What does your world look like? What does your physical world look like? What do you want to see happen? What do you want to experience? Taurus is the five senses. It's sensuality. It's what we can see, hear, taste, touch, smell. What do you want to experience in that way? And the thing that I think about too, especially with Jupiter and Pisces, and the sixth energy we are in, this is about literally, if you want to dream about it, if you want to write about it, like let your dreams go wild. And the really cool thing about this is, so Pluto, there's a couple things. Uranus is in Taurus right now, and Uranus is the planet of great awakening and change and rebellion and liberation and literally like shifting the world. So Uranus and the North Node coming together is, things are going to happen, and they can happen quick. Like we can really make great change. Uranus is there to help us create change. It's been squaring Saturn in Aquarius, which rules community. Saturn is governments and structures. Layered on top of that, Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, is in Capricorn in its final degrees of Capricorn, which rules government and structures and systems and organizations. Pluto has that scorpionic energy of death and rebirth, of transformation. Okay, so we literally like it's, I say to people, like, it's a cosmic joke a little bit, like what is happening? I just get so excited. I'm like, we actually have the power. This is about stepping into your power. This is about creating, again, death, rebirth, transformation, creating, planting seeds. Taurus is nurturing energy. It's growth. We're planting seeds for a new earth. And how can you water those seeds? With the desires of your soul. Okay. Pluto in its final degrees of Capricorn, it will move into Aquarius in 2024. Like this is, 278 years, something like that, of a cycle. So it's none of us, I don't think anyone on here is 278 years old, have experienced this. We've been in this, and don't get me wrong, there's cycles on cycles on cycles, but Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto in Capricorn, excuse me, the United States of America is in its Pluto return. And that peaks on February 20th, 2022. So less than a month from now is the exact day that it will be in its Pluto return. I'm pretty sure. Sometimes I get dates wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And, the United States has been such a powerhouse. It's been such a leader. It's got all this Capricorn energy of empowerment, of leadership, of putting in the work and showing the world. Like there's a whole bunch of new ways that we're doing things. We've got Pluto and Capricorn, but it's coming back around, and it's a new cycle. We have to, change things. Are these things in alignment with what brings you pleasure? Taurus, we want to live a life that feels healthy and happy and vital and connected. So what systems are in place that maybe systems and structures, that Capricorn energy, what systems are in place that maybe for you, your truth, isn't in alignment with your soul? So the things I wrote down were the health system, the education system, how we manage our resources, technology, who's in power, right? This is about power, Pluto, power, South Node in Scorpio, power, communities, governments, these systems that are in place, are they supporting what your soul feels is true? In what areas have you limited yourself or felt that you've been limited in your experience that you're ready to break free from now? And start thinking about new ways. Again, we're creating a new earth, thinking about new ways that these systems and structures in your life and on a global scale could be Again, back to Taurus energy, healthy, happy, whole. Okay. So a lot of this stuff is going to be looked at. It's been looked at, but I really think a lot of changes are going to happen in the next year and a half in those areas, which is exciting. It's so exciting. So what feels good to you? And how can you step into your power and make those changes? It always starts on a micro level, like what in your daily life. So interestingly, I always feel like I get this sort of insight of what's happening in the cosmos or energetically, because I just trust what I'm inspired by. And I've been really inspired, certainly in the last year, but in the last couple of months, I'm just like, I'm buying all the like eco-friendly version of the things like within my house. Like, you know, as soon as something's done or needs replacing, I'm getting it, you know, recycled or biodegradable, whatever. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, this is very North Node Taurus energy. Okay, I guess I was feeling it. So I'm just starting with myself and my home, the materials that I buy, what makes me feel good, what feels good on my skin, the water I drink. I've got filters on my tap in my shower, but next, the thing that's coming to me, air purifier. I'm like, I can't stop thinking about an air purifier. I'm like, I don't know what this is all about, but hey, okay. And then I realized I'm getting back to simplicity, to wholeness, to what makes me feel good. With the North Node moving into Taurus, this is very grounding energy. This is connection to Mother Earth, connection to your body. What really feels good. I had an energy clearing recently. And since that energy clearing, I'm not even kidding, me putting my hands together genuinely feels like oh my God, that feels like really nice to have my hands like this or like this. I'm like holding my hands, nurturing, exactly. And I'm like holding my hands and I'm like, this really just feels nice. So I'm noticing myself like just whatever, I'm working or doing something and I just put my hands together. I'm like, ooh, that feels really nice. How can we connect to our body? How can we connect to the earth? So things around, you know, resources on earth, food, Taurus also rules food, nourishment, what makes us feel safe and secure. So we're going to be growing into this energy. And again, you know, growth can be challenging. We might have to look at some of the shadow sides of what's been going on and deal with it. South Node and Scorpio, right? So things like the chemicals that are in our food, you know, the plastic situation, like all of this, I really feel is coming to a head. And it's like, it's like no bullshit anymore. Like, it's not even funny. It never was, but you know what I mean? Like, we actually can't brush this off anymore. We have to look at how we're taking care of our planet and how we're taking care of our bodies. There's no room to compromise now. Like, we've got to take care of our earth. I know the people on here feel me, but the conversations, like what I want to do with, you know, just chatting with you guys about this is really empower you to just have the conversations or whatever feels in alignment to you. Of course, like if you feel inspired and you're passionate about something and you want to help create great change, you know, start with yourself. And then if you need to empower someone else, you know, someone you love, like, hey, I bought you this eco-friendly version. Like, I don't know, I'm not trying to like control outside of myself, but you know what I mean? Like, what can we do to help our humanity? Accountability. Yes. Connection in the purest form to our ecosystem. I feel you. So yeah. And using your power in an empowering way. The thing that can happen with Scorpio energy is it can be a little manipulative. So we gotta, you know, we don't want to like take someone else's power away and make the decision for them. I get so passionate. I mean, I'm a Scorpio sun, so like, bear with me. But I get so passionate about this. But a gentle encouragement, I think is fine because, you know, we're all on this earth together. But so that's something to think about. The other thing that I really love too is we are now in Aquarius season where Saturn is and moving into Pisces season. This is about innovation. This is about change. This is a really good time for you to, just especially with the retrogrades right now, really just kind of evaluate. And again, no pressure, no guilt, no shame. Like, I don't want to like point fingers at anyone or any system. At the end of the day, how can we connect to our heart? Compassion, love, because we don't want to, you know, create drama and an uproar, although it could happen. This is polarizing experience. Scorpio rules light and dark, but coming back to the heart, how can you step into that nurturing energy, that nurturing, loving energy? But yeah, Aquarius season and Pisces season really feel like some good open forward momentum time to utilize this 6 energy, set those intentions, dream big. Like if you wanted to think about the areas of your life, like home, family, money, finances. We haven't even got to the finance part of it yet, but I will touch on that in a moment. Relationships, systems, health, schedules, just all these areas of your life. Like you can literally draw a wheel. I'm like, if you can make one beautiful big wish as to how that's going to look new after this transit, like what's going to really happen, what actually, no limits, no logic, just full on dream state. Like what would this new earth look like for you? What does the school system look like? What does your daily routine look like? What does your finances look like? What does your health look like? What are your relationships like? Like, I really just feel like this is such a dreamy energy for us to go big. Like how many people I've talked to that are like, I just want to buy land and like have a little tiny home community, like have a garden. Like we're getting back to simplicity. Taurus rules simplicity, coming back to wholeness, coming back to, just those simple pleasures in life. And what can you do? Or what do you want to write in your journal, and just sort of like let it go. Like the universe is just like listening. Mother Earth is listening. She's always giving us the tools and resources. How can we utilize like the connection of our soul's desire, cosmic, earth, and really start stepping into our creative potential and power as energetic beings on this planet? I don't think many people realize how powerful we are. Myself included. I have to remind myself of it daily. I have chills right now. I have to remind myself of it daily. Like, oh my God, like it's crazy how much I've limited myself in my life. So how can we push past those limits in an empowering way? Like no limits. The power of possibility is something I always come back to. The power of possibility. Like literally anything's possible. That's what I was so excited about coming on this live, like creating a new earth. Like I'm not even kidding. If it sounds like too woo-woo, too out there, I'm down. Like I'm down to create a new earth from a place that feels amazing and people are healthy and happy and connected to the planet. Our mother, the earth is our mother. We are literally made of the same material as this beautiful giant planet floating around the universe. Like holding us down, keeping us nourished, giving us food and water. Like, oh, it just gets me all jazzed. So the other thing too, South Node in Scorpio, say yes to your power and say no to fear. What's the opposite of empowerment? Fear, worry, doubt, anxiety. So be aware of when those come up and just witness the fact that if any fears, doubts, and anxieties and worries come up, they're coming to the surface. Let them go, right? Like when it comes up, it's, it's stored in our body, right? This is root chakra energy. It comes all the way up and we feel it in our body and our emotions. And oh my God, my stomach's upset. And it gets into your mind, and let it go. Let it go. Send it to the earth. Go sit in the grass. Literally feel the vibration of the earth holding you, and let whatever energy you need to go. This is really about this is so energy clearing. I did this last time on the live. Like I have my selenite wand and I'm like brushing my aura. I'm like cleaning it out, sending it to the earth. Like literally she will alchemize it for us. And South Node in Scorpio is also about alchemy. So like letting these things come to the surface. And doing your part. What does it look like for you to nourish yourself, to feel good? Is it taking a bath? Is it going for a walk in the forest? Is it eating a good hearty meal? And doing everything with intention. I am intentionally focusing my power in this moment to alchemize any fears, doubts, worries that are in my body. And I'm going to give myself the love that I deserve right now. And how can you make that a daily practice and just focus on one moment at a time, one day at a time? This is, again, the 6 years about consistently showing up for yourself to feel good and in your wholeness and vital and alive. Don't worry about yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow. What can you do today, right now, to connect to the cosmos, to the earth, and to your soul? Okay. I know I'm babbling a whole lot. Let me know if all of this is making sense. I'd love to hear. The other thing about this energy too, it's really about refinement. It's about improvement, strength, perseverance, self-sufficiency, resiliency, and finding inner security. So again, that daily consistent practice of what makes you feel safe and secure and connected and grounded in this moment. This feels very root chakra energy healing, which I think a lot of us need. Our nervous systems have been really tested to probably, some of the greatest capacity in the last few years. There's been a lot of information about lack of safety and a lot of the just information that comes at you that's rooted in fear doesn't actually help anything. I don't personally believe in a scare tactic to create change, and that's definitely not why I want to come on here today. I want to empower you to make changes that feel good to you. So what can you do to feel safe and secure in yourself? For me, coming back to the breath, different forms of breath work. One that I've been really enjoying recently is just genuine deep belly breathing, like laying down, breathing into the belly and the lungs and out for about 15 minutes, listening to soft music, mantra music, just the power of the breath, just deep breathing. To this actually, like, physiologically helps you to reset your nervous system. Your nervous system, if you're not grounded, you're probably in like the sort of extremes of fight, flight, fawn, freeze, right? So I definitely I get buzzy and I get anxious, and I'm up here and I'm moving around and I'm shuffling around and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. How can I slow down? How can I take deeper breaths and be more and more present in my body in the now? That's what this Taurus energy feels like. How can we slow down? That's the other part of Taurus. How can we slow down a little bit, get back into the present moment, and connect to the earth? And you can see the disconnection we have on the earth collectively. Again, just the manipulation of the earth's resources that have been happening. Global warming, the whole thing. Earth is our mother. She wants to nourish and nurture us. So the more that we can really connect to the earth, getting outside, listening to the birds, taking pictures, if you like photography, breathing in the fresh air, like splashing your face with, lake water, whatever you can do to like really connect to the earth. It is so healing. It's been so helpful for me in the past couple of years. I get so emotional sometimes. Like even last night, when I went to bed, it was snowing. I used to hate the winter. I thought it was messy and annoying and cold. And now I'm like, oh my God, like, how did I not see the beauty that is the snow falling? So finding the beauty and the pleasure in those simple things. So again, just sort of to recap here, and yeah, feel free to ask questions. I'm happy to sort of elaborate, but this energy just feels so good to me. So good. And not to disregard things that, come up in areas of growth, witnessing shadows within ourselves, shadows within the collective, but coming back to the heart always has compassion and love. And a little less blame and fear and guilt and shame. How can we come back to love, to the soul? So Taurus rules the senses. what we see, hear, smell, taste, touch. You know, what foods do you want to eat? I think I even wrote that down. Yeah. Okay. So what foods do you want to eat? What does your mouth want to taste? What does your nose want to smell that feels good? What do your ears want to listen to? What do your eyes want to see? What do you want to see? What do you want to look at? What do you want to, you know, what does your present moment feel good looking at, feeling, sensing, tasting, touching, and getting present? When, you know, when we're busy, we're just, we eat, right? And we're not even paying attention to the nourishment and where this food actually even came from. And the fact that the earth grew this food and it's giving you the energy to continue to live as a human being, right? So giving gratitude for these things. And what does your body want to feel? What materials feel good to you? I've been buying it's been taking me a while, but really like last year, or maybe it was 2020, I think, I got rid of so many of my own clothes, like dumped, like donated, but just got rid of so much stuff. I'm like, this isn't in alignment with me anymore. And I've been slowly rebuilding my closet and making really conscious decisions of what it is I'm buying and materials that are, this is me and my values. That's the other thing we haven't even touched on yet, but Taurus rules values and your sense of worth. It also rules money, but what is it that you value? What is of value to you? What feels good to you? So the things that are of value to me is just sustainable, you know, businesses that give back to the earth, and materials that are either biodegradable or sustainably sourced, or, you know, something like that. So that's how my body feels good. I feel really good in the things that these materials just feel good on my skin. So yeah, just really getting real with yourself and what your values are. What's important to you, and what's important to you isn't always important to me or your friends or your family, right? And that's okay. We all have our own part to play in this world, and it's not going to look the exact same for everyone, and that's okay. But we're focusing on what's of importance to you, and stepping into your sense of self-worth and knowing that you are worthy of these things. This is a lot of work for me too. My son is in Scorpio in the second house, which is Taurus energy, and the eighth house, Scorpio energy, is where the North Node is. So I'm doing a lot of self-worth stuff and a lot around finances as well, is where a lot of my growth I feel will happen. But making purchases, using my finances to purchase things that are of value to me. So really considering what it is that you are buying. Is it in alignment with you? Or are you compromising because you're not sure if you're worthy of that maybe finer object or trip or whatever it is, whatever is important to you. So on the money note, yeah, we're going to see a lot of growth and changes in the financial world. Changes for sure. I don't know if that's like crypto or what it is, but things will be different, I feel, after this year and a half transit of Scorpio and Taurus. But we're creating a new earth. We're creating a new earth. We're creating new ways to live our daily lives. Something that's really interesting, by the way, is I've seen I've seen or heard about technology. Maybe I'm like way behind here, but it's like solar panels that can convert the sun's energy into a cryptocurrency, which I was like, seriously, the sun, here we are paying for electricity, paying for resources from the earth, but like the sun can give us energy all day, every day. The sun, infinite star, light, heat shining down on the planet. We have technology to convert that into electricity. Like, why does not everyone have electricity and a solar panel? And I get so excited. I'm like, why don't we have this yet? Why is not everyone utilizing the sun's energy? I'm not well informed or educated, and I don't know exactly how it works. It's probably a way bigger project than I'm just like, why don't we have it right now? But seriously, these are the types of things we can start to, like, I got on a bit of a tangent this morning with my mom. I'm like, this is what we're going to do. And I'm like, everyone's going to have a solar panel. Everyone's going to have electricity. We never have to worry about it. And everyone's going to have their own garden and grow their own food. Very North Node and Taurus energy. Has anyone else been inspired to get their garden started this year? I definitely have. Absolutely. Growing your own food. I don't want food with chemicals on it. It's actually been a little challenging this winter to like stick to organic produce. It's pretty hard. Where I don't know. It just seems like there's always I'm just getting the same things every day because there's not a lot of organic stuff. Anyways, growing my own food this year. How can you resource for yourself? How can you step into your power and utilize your own resources, your own hands, your own physical body to grow your own food? That's very North Node and Taurus. And again, this isn't so concrete in that you have to do all the things I'm saying. I'm just talking about sort of the themes that have really been coming up for me when I think about this North Node and Taurus energy. Okay, there you go. Absolutely. Living healthful, heavenly abundance. Seriously, and those wishes, oh, these words are spells. Like, shout it from the rooftops. The universe is listening. We can all live vital, healthy, happy, pleasurable lives and feel in our worth and feel healthy. Okay. I have a couple little questions here that I also wrote down when I think about this beautiful, vital, sensual. I love Taurus energy. Like, I'm just obsessed. I get so excited. But some questions that you can ask yourself when you think about Taurus energy. Also, if you want to know what's happening on an individual level, like where this is happening in your chart, you can look at the house that Taurus rules. You could also look at where Venus is in your chart, in your natal chart, or where it's transiting, where Pluto and Mars are. But the houses, so like I explained, it'll be my second and eighth house. So I'm going to be seeing a lot of shifts and growth, also in the areas of finances and self-worth for me, which I'm like, yes. But different houses will have different manifestations of this energy. You know, it's all an individual level as well. But Taurus ruling self-worth, I'd like you to contemplate and think about, what do you love about yourself? And that can be maybe a triggering question. I feel like if you asked me that 2 or 3 years ago, I would have been like, I'm a hard worker. But that's also like, I'm so much more than that. You know, can you start to these daily practices of looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you, I'm worth it. That's so powerful. That's also alchemizing that Scorpio power within you. The more you can connect to your wholeness, to your soul, and give yourself that love and that nourishment. I know a part of my work, but I think a lot of people's work on this planet too is literally to relax, surrender, embrace the ease, embrace the abundance that's coming to you. And, you know, we can say, oh, but, you know, there's this limitation and that limitation, and, you know, I can't because of this. And it's like, how can we stop that internal dialogue and just say, I'm affirming a new, healthy and loving version of myself to be reborn. Not only are we creating a new earth, but we can create a new sense of self that feels that love and that pleasure of being in the body. That's what this feels like as well. It's like, literally, you are so worth it. You're worth everything, and you are a creative soul being on this planet creating a new earth. Like, we all are a soul fam that chose to come to earth at this time to help throughout our lifetime, but definitely right now to like witness these changes that are happening and really create a place that feels amazing to be in every moment. The other thing to consider too is when it comes to your power, you know, Scorpio, the South Node in Scorpio, it's good to look at, where are you giving your power away? to others, to external circumstances? Where are you giving your power away? And how can you step into your power? Does that mean you need to set boundaries in different areas, or does that mean you need to lessen the boundaries? What areas of your life are you so guarded you're limiting yourself? And what areas are you just giving? Because if you don't give, then they won't XYZ. I definitely have extremes of both. That's a Scorpio. You're going to witness the extremes in your life. Where is the polarizing areas, and where can we find a sense of balance and harmony, that Venus Taurus energy? So I definitely can see areas where I'm just like guarded, no, but I can see areas where I show up and I'm just exhausting my energy. And like, hey, no worries. We're always learning. We're always learning and growing. So it's like, again, it's like, no problem. Like, I don't like to get too excited about it. It's just like, okay, I see that about myself now. And this really is this is an internal game. It's not about, changing everything outside of us. This is an internal game. So like, no probs. I can see where, this has happened. I'm going to try to make a conscious effort in the next moment, in the next breath, in the next day to make sure I'm showing up in my power. And something that I find really, really helpful is taking an inhale and an exhale before you react or act. So this is when you're engaging with the world around you, people, places, things. What are your reactions? What are your reactions, and what are your immediate responses to something, something that's like triggersome? How can you take an inhale, deep belly breath, exhale, connect to your truth, to your worth, and then respond. It's so simple. It's annoyingly simple. This is all stuff that I need to hear too. So I find the power of the breath is incredible, to just center yourself, to ground into the earth, and to stand in your worth, and to respond to what's happening outside of you, and from that place of empowerment. Okay. So where are you going to focus your power? What are you going to create? How are you going to nourish yourself? How are you going to stand in your worth and honor it? What changes are going to be made? What do you want the world to look like? How can you dream big right now and use your power of creation and transformation that's within you to create your physical life experience to feel nourishing and pleasurable and harmonious? That's what this energy feels like to me. It feels really nice. I've been live for 44 minutes. That's just a bit hilarious. Is there any questions on this energy? Where does it fall in your chart? I love Scorpio Taurus. I love Scorpio Taurus. It's creation and earth. It's soul and pleasure. How can we have a pleasurable life experience? We've been through enough shit, haven't we? I'm done with the shit. I want a life that feels so good. It does. And that's the thing. And looking for gratitude in your everyday life. What are you grateful for now? What can you be grateful for now? And expect more wonderful experiences to come your way. The attitude of gratitude. The words I've been working with lately are gratitude and compassion. Compassion is that heart energy. Gratitude is also heart energy, but compassion is like, I find if there's things outside in my external world that is irritating or annoying, or I'm like, I don't understand, why doesn't this happen this way? How can I have compassion for whatever their experience is or how this came about, and let it fall away? It feels so free, harmonious, joyful, peaceful, full of infinite reasons to be grateful. I know. I had I started a gratitude list when I think I was like, I don't know, 22, 23, even before that. And it took me a while. Like I used to try to find one thing to be grateful for every day. And then it was like 3 things. And if you haven't started yet, it's like, I remember being like, well, I'm not grateful for that. There's not, and then I was just kind of in like a sour, this was like 10 years ago. And I was like sour. And now it's like, oh gosh, I have gratitude for every experience. I'm like, what am I learning here? How am I growing? What am I creating anew? You know, from the contrasting experience, you have realization of what it is that you want to create. That's that polarizing energy, that Scorpio energy, right? I don't love that anymore. Or I don't love that thing. So now I'm going to create and focus my attention this way. If we've learned anything in the Gemini Sag area, have that focus. Where do you want to focus your attention? Might as well focus it on things that make you feel good. Okay, Jessica, thank you. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll save this, I'll post it. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below or send me a message. And yeah, we're in this for, what is the date? I had it written down. I can tell you the dates that this is going to be here. Oh, damn, I can't find it. Anyway, so about next year and a half will be this energy of Taurus and Scorpio. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Sending you infinite blessings. Grateful to be here. Show up. And yeah, may your new earth be blissful and bountiful and beautiful and harmonious and abundant and prosperous and healthy. Oh, you're so welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, let's go. Like, let's do this. Let's create this new earth. I'm just like, cheerleader, let's go. I'm stoked. And if us, like, that'll be a ripple effect too, right? So much love. It'll be such a ripple effect of us tuning into our power. When we tune in organically, the people around us will too, which is great. So it's no effort. All right, I'm going to sign out, sending you so much love. Happy Sunday. And yeah, enjoy dreaming and creating and standing in your worth and love and power, and all the love to you.